Tamam.
Tamam be.
It's good to see you.
Ne?
Is this your tribe?
Yes, yes, yes. Mahalle tribe. Güdal. Güdül. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Efendim? Hadi be. Where is this guy?
Tavşan karmaşa.
Ben ilk fırsatı kaçırtmayayım. Fidel aldı bir şekercik. 2 şekercik aldı. Yes, öyle. Teşekkür ederim arkadaşlar. Kim ısmarladı bu çayları? Allah Allah.
That's what happened, and I mean, I think they are annoyed from our existence since some time. We will do it without microphones. Okay? So, Haji, floor is yours.
O geçenlerde I saw that too. It's very good to be here, and I've never considered myself to be a poet with a big P. I don't walk around with this big sign on my head, poet. And also, in the Republic of Cyprus, most people don't consider me to be a poet. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't write very nationalist poetry. I don't know. And so it's a real honor.
He's a different breed. He's a bit different for conservative thinkers.
So it's a real honor for me to be invited to this gathering in Cyprus tonight, and to be considered as a poet. You know? Because for me, poetry starts on the street. It doesn't start in the stuffy halls and in reactionary lyrics that some people make poetry, make their poetry based on. I started writing poetry from about the age of 14. So the first thing I want to read you is it's actually a song really, it's not a poem. It's called Human Being. And sometimes when I write things, I like to take a phrase that I've heard from someone and I've made it into a song. I heard this phrase in 1988. My first cousin's daughter, she was 7 years old. She only knew 2 words in English. That was human being. And she used to say, human being. She used to say it in a really funny way with the accents. And this thing stayed in my mind. This 8-year-old child kept saying to me, 2 weeks, human being, human being, human being. And I'm always wondering, what is this human being? What is it all about? So I wrote this many years later, working with a friend of mine based in London, called Dub Caravan. He made a CD last year. This is a photo of a family that used to live here. The ones that some choose to call immigrants. Ideological wars and wars flare up and go on around us. Some people carry on continually, fighting, fussing, never thinking. The birds and the bees and the things we do to trees and the human being. Left and the right, down the middle, outside, human being. Birds and the bees and the things we do to trees, human being. Left and the right, down the middle, outside, human being. There was no need to say it. It was totally uncalled for, but they did, en masse, in a ritualized, fanaticized, racist, fascistic fashion. Hatred, their passion, their prison, their disengagement with compassion. Birds and the bees and the things we do to trees, human being. Left and the right, down the middle, out of sight, human being. Birds and the bees and the things we do to trees, human being. Left and the right, down the middle, out of sight, human being. I said it once before and I say it again. Enemy is enemy and friend is friend. Left wing, right wing, chicken wing, plain wing. Every kind of wing thing is the same sing thing. Power to the people, because the people want peace. Violence, war, violence must cease. And second, birds and the bees and the things we do to trees, the human being. The left and the right, down the middle, out of sight, human being. Birds and the bees and the things we do to trees, human being. The left and the right, down the middle, out of sight, human being. I've often wrote songs and poems about Cyprus and about the war that exists in Cyprus, and more so the war that exists in our minds. We wrote one song on an album together as Poets for Peace. One of the songs I wrote on that was called Tumbling Down, which I got inspiration from what was happening in the Turkish Cypriot community in 2003. As many people took to the street, I wrote this poem called Tumbling Down. And more recently I wrote a poem which became a song, which a friend of mine called Sonic Crime made into, put to music. Quite a long song, it's about 8 minutes. I'm not going to do it for 8 minutes, but it's got a very long introduction and long conclusion of the song. And it hasn't really been released. It's called Bring the Wall Down. So many years, decades past, tears shed like rivers, blood stains the earth, bullet-ridden buildings still standing, hatred still breeding hatred. We're the only ones that can do it. Walking down the street, day by night, guns still pointing each and every day, just like they've been doing from back in every day. Soldiers stand, watching, waiting, tense as hell. Ready for fight, but never allowed to live. Ready for die, but never allowed to forgive. Doing time, living fear, being shot, fighting for the nation, such a false situation, because none of them would ever die for we. It's always been the same from the days of World War I and II and III. Only the people can bring the wall down, break it down, tear it down. Only the people can bring the wall down, take it down, mash it down. Only the people can bring the wall down, break it down, tear it down. Only the people can bring the wall down, take it down, crash it down. Burn it down. You teach the children hatred, we give them love. In your schools they learn about enemies, false legacies, realities that never was. So it is I and I duty to warn of the suffering you may inflict on the future children you wish to harm. Dreams shatter, scatter, like small fragments of glass in a hurricane storm. It's the price you pay for messing with the script you plan to write for the eye to read. So just stop your gravaliciousness and greed, and I will keep my peace of mind. Only the people can bring the wall down, break it down, tear it down. Only the people can bring the wall down, take it down, mash it down. Only the people can bring the wall down, break it down, tear it down. Only the people can bring the wall down, take it down, crash it down. Ja, 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 ja. I mean, you know, we can talk anything you want to. Yeah. We chop down trees, build houses, roads and factories, plant seeds, unnatural, huge fruits, extra large. faceless. Welcome to the world of the wasteless. Too much things, faceless. Are we all products of mankind's greed? Consumables, non-durables. Everything you know, beg still borrow. Everything you think you need. Products on the shelf to satisfy the natural. Welcome to the world of the wasteless. Too much things, all faceless. Welcome to the world of the wasteless. Too much things, all faceless. Step inside the faith, outside self, where individuality overrules and falls. No one but yourself. Products of greed. Cause everything you need can grow naturally. But the man builds a fence and some land and sells it back to you. The price you will spend 3 lifetimes paying off. What will your grandchildren be saying? Welcome to the world of the wasteless. Too much things, faceless. Welcome to the world of the wasteless. Too much things, faceless. Rivers are dry like a presidential third-term re-election speech. Skies are grey, hot bust with mass hammers. Settled with autumn, becoming winter. There is no spring or flowers blooming in May. Cause the rivers are dry, not even the priests have time or